Hi guys, so I've joined up with UPSU TV for a rather special video. But why is it special? Well, allow me to explain. A while ago, UPSU TV found out about a brand new Chinese film that was to be screened right here in Portsmouth. This was one of only a few screenings across the UK, which, when you think about it, is pretty awesome. The producers wanted to know what people in the UK thought of their new film. And so, as you may have guessed, UPSU TV were asked to do a review. And here we are. I'm not going to go ahead and say I'm speaking on behalf of the UK, because I'm not. But I do feel a little bit of pressure. Not many people have seen this film, so people may look to your review when they decide whether they want to see the film or not. With that said, let's review Hopes and Dreams. So I went along to the Students' Union on the day of the screening, and I was really looking forward to it, despite not knowing anything about the movie. I didn't know what the movie was about, what the movie was called, I didn't know who had produced it. I had absolutely no idea what I was in for. However, Why am I still here? I should be at the screening by now. What? You've just come from there. Where are you going? Oh, great. I'm checking the notice board. It's not on the notice board, buddy. Now what are you doing? Who are you waiting for? What are you sitting down for? This really isn't helping this situation. Somebody please help this guy. Finally! So, despite my lack of knowledge about the film, I went in with a completely open mind. That's right. There is no film that I can't review. I was ready for anything. Well, I guess there's one thing I wasn't expecting. A documentary! Didn't see that coming. Don't get me wrong, it was a nice surprise. I like documentaries, particularly if you can relate to the topic in some way. It makes the story more meaningful to the audience and therefore more emotionally engaging. But little did I know, this film had more surprises in store. This wasn't just a documentary, but a series of 7 short documentaries produced by a variety of production companies in the UK and China. Of course, I didn't know that going into this movie, so I originally thought it was very unfocused and disjointed. It was really difficult to pay attention to the details in each narrative when you knew that the film was just cycling through different stories. It seemed like it had been made by several different film studios. Turns out, I was right. The film was a culmination of 7 short documentaries focusing on the topic of hopes and dreams, produced for the Chinese broadcaster CICC. With that comes the different styles in each part of the film, in terms of the editing, the cinematography, and the way in which the story was told. I think it's easy to say that the cinematography and the editing throughout was absolutely incredible. It's a beautiful film to watch, and some of the shots really help to emphasize the emotional impact of the story. However, some of the problems I had with the film came from the story. Now, can I just say that these stories are incredible and inspirational. They're not the sort of rags to riches stories that you'd expect in a film called Hopes and Dreams, and I really respect that. It's far easier to connect with the story if the hopes and dreams of that person are the sort of things that you yourself could achieve. But not all parts of the documentary, in my opinion, told their story as well as they could have done. What I mean is, each part must have beginning, middle, end. Establish the person and their hopes and dreams, explain what they've had to overcome on their journey towards achieving them, and finally show us what they've accomplished and what they want for the future. I just felt that some stories just talked about the person. It wasn't as interesting, there wasn't as much of an emotional impact. On the whole though, I'd say that this film is one amazing achievement by the producers, considering they had to manage 7 different projects at the same time. I definitely recommend this film to anyone who likes documentaries. The stories are inspirational and will leave you caring about something you'd never originally even considered, and the cinematography and editing are as good as they get. However, there are some parts of the film that you might find more interesting than others, either because you can relate to it or because it's told in a more appealing way. I'm going to give this film a 7. Now, I'm really glad I got to see this film. This isn't the sort of film that I would choose to watch. What's that saying? Never judge a book by its cover. Moral of the day. Guys, thank you so much for watching this review, and thank you to UPSU TV for allowing me to make this video. Be sure to check out UPSU TV on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, as well as their website, upsu.tv. This has been Josh Round reporting for UPSU TV, and hopefully, we can do this again sometime. See ya.